Hi guys, and welcome to this lesson on an easy approach to minor 251s. My name's Darren Lloyd and I run a few YouTube channels now. I've put some links in the description for different types of content. But this is a lesson for my Buy Me a Coffee members. I'll put that link in the description too. We are on lesson 3. I started a membership 2 months ago where the first 2 lessons are on major 251s, very important building block of jazz standards. Today we are focusing on minor 251s and with a specific look at Chet Baker. Okay, so here we go. Let's get on with the lesson. By the way, if you're interested, I'll be telling you a little bit more about the membership at the end of the video. So as I say, a minor 251, you can find minor 251s in tunes like Blue Bossa, Stella by Starlight, and What Is This Thing Called Love, just to name a few. And here is what it looks like. This is the minor 251, just the chord notes, of course, and we are in the key of D minor. So as you can see, we've got the E minor 7 flat 5, we've got the A7 flat 9, and we've got the D minor. So as I say, they are the chord notes. We've got the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th for each chord note. And it sounds like this. So a good way to get this under your fingers and practice it is maybe use the swing, or if you're doing it as a bossa, just do it straight, but the 8th notes, and it sounds like this. Now here is the important part, if you like. This is what I do. I've seen so many different ways to explain what to play, what scale, if you like, to play over a minor 251. Some of them very complicated. I'm not even going to start talking about them, and some of them much easier. Mine is sort of somewhere in the middle, okay? So if you look at the E minor 7 flat 9, what I'm doing there is just, if we look at the major harmony, you can see that the E minor 7 flat 9 is the 7th degree in the key of F. Okay, so basically what I do is play F major starting on the E. That is the easiest way to think about it. I don't go down that rabbit hole of modes. I find that all too confusing. They're just another layer that confuses everything. Not for me. And then for the A7 flat 9 and the D minor, all I'm playing is melodic minor. I just play the melodic minor, and the main reason I do that is because that's what I've seen players like Clifford Brown, Blue Mitchell, and especially Chet Baker do. So as I say, we'll look at a few examples in a moment of Chet Baker. To make this even easier for the E minor 7 flat 9, you could just play the whole 251 with that melodic minor scale. I just don't particularly care for the C sharp sound on the E minor 7 flat 9, but it would only be a passing note. So, okay, let's have a listen to how that sounds. Okay, so here is a phrase that I've come up with, very simple. And if you followed my lessons before, you know I'm a big fan of the chord notes and just connecting those chord notes. So you can see I'm starting on the root on beat 1. I go up to the 5th on beat 3. I then target the 3rd of the A7 and then target the root on beat 3 and then target the 3rd of the D minor and just do a simple enclosure on to the root. And this is how it sounds. Okay, so if you want to see the rest of the musical examples, especially the Chet examples, check out the Buy Me a Coffee membership level 2. Okay, but here is my second phrase, and it sounds like this. Same thing again, as you can hear, I'm just using the chord note, connecting chord notes, but using vocabulary that I've copied from the masters. Here's another one that I've done. quite beboppy, more reminiscent maybe of Clifford rather than Chet, I would say. Here's an example of a Chet Baker 251, a minor Chet Baker 251, and you can see here letter G that is just using D minor melodic for the whole thing. So if you think the melodic minor scale, but also you can see he's using that chord note approach I like to use, where so he's using the tonic up to the 5th again, to the 7th of the A7, and then he's down to the 5th, and then approaching the 3rd for the D minor, and etc. You can just see how it works. Okay, let's listen to that Chet Baker example. And then here is another example of Chet using the same format. Here's another example of Chet using the same format. Okay, and here is a way you could practice some simple jazz vocabulary. So just targeting vocabulary. So letter J, all I'm using is the Fats Navarro type phrase, where you target a chord note and then play a broken chord to target the next chord note. Without going into too much theory, it sounds like this, and it sounds cool. I think it sounds pretty cool. That's very bebopish, as I say. That is very Fats Navarro. Okay, the next one we are looking at is a Clifford Brown-esque type approach. He favoured using the 2-note enclosures, and it sounds like this. And lastly, for this lesson, we are looking at chromatic enclosures, where all I'm doing is chromatically enclosing the chord notes, and it sounds like this. So if you start practicing in that way, targeting specific types of vocabulary, you're going to start hearing that vocabulary, which is exactly what you want. You want to be able to play what you hear as you are improvising. Okay, as I mentioned, I have a membership site, Buy Me a Coffee, Darren Lloyd Trumpet. It's actually called Beginner Jazz Lessons, and there are 3 levels. I'll quickly talk about the levels. So we've got level 1. Every month you get a jazz solo that comes in B flat, E flat, concert pitch and bass clef. You also get the backing track and a demo recording. If you join level 2, you get everything that's in level 1, but you'll get these types of lessons as well, with the resources, with the recorded examples. And then level 3, the first thing you get is a practice guidance 1-to-1 Zoom call with me, 30-minute call. We'll talk about your goals, your aspirations, how we might target those, and then every month you'll get everything in level 1, everything in level 2. You'll get a weekly practice challenge. You'll get a monthly solo review, which I review your solo, and I'll give you personal feedback on what I think you need to do, whether that's just written, verbal, or sometimes even exercises. You also get access to a community of other like-minded students, and that can really help take your playing forward too. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Check out the Buy Me a Coffee level memberships, and I'll see you very soon for the next video. Bye for now.